Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for those of you who are returning. Welcome anyone new. Today we are asking about your part in a brave new world, which is pretty much what we are embarking upon globally right now as a collective humanity. So we're asking for as much information from your spirit team, your angels, your guides, your future self, your higher self. We are opening channels of communication to really find out about your part in this brave new world. Now, we have 3 cards that I have drawn and also 3 beautiful pendulums. I'm going to show them to you. This reading, if you are coming to it as I am uploading it, literally in a couple of days' time, there is an astrological event that's being held by my very dear friends Ariel Gutman and Alexandra Karakostas. They are both brilliant astrologers. Some of you may have connected with a conversation I recorded here some time ago and readings with Ariel. She is a leading expert in the Venus star point astrology and the methods around that and the meanings of that. They are having a talk. It's called Entering a Brave New World, and they're looking at the year of 2025, and this event is literally in a couple of days' time. So I'm just giving you the heads up in case you're watching this as I upload it, and I'll put a link in the description for anyone that wants to connect in with that. I shall personally be in the audience. It's a Zoom event. I'm definitely going to be there. But anyway, in fact, actually, do you know, here am I saying it's in a couple of days. It's not actually, it's tomorrow. Wow, actually, yes. Jennifer, get your head around this. Right, anyway, let us move on with your readings. Beautiful souls. What is your part in this brave new world? Pile 1, we have the card of bearing fruit. Very fabulous energy. The card of bearing fruit. And you have the pendulum. This is a carnelian pendulum. Okay, let me show that to you. Okay, so that is pile 1. Pile 2, you have great and full. This is your card. Great and full. Okay, and you have the rose quartz pendulum. This is what it looks like. Okay, and then pile 3, you have divine matrix. This is what the card is looking like, divine matrix. And the pendulum to go with pile 3 is a beautiful, beautiful little obsidian, black obsidian pendulum. This is what it looks like. Okay, so that is pile 3. Now, my beautiful souls, I am going to leave the camera running just for a few moments longer for anyone that needs a little bit more time, just to focus on the energy of the readings or the pendulums, and I will then see you in the readings. The timestamps are below. As always, I list all the cards that I'm using, so if these are really singing to you, you'll be able to find out all about them. The links are below, and yeah, I'll give you a little bit longer for any of you who need it. If you're drawn to more than one pile, trust that gut feeling, trust your intuition. Whatever comes through today, you know, we are entering a brave new world. We really are. So, you know, whenever you come to these readings, whether you come to them as I'm uploading them or you come to them in, you know, 6 months' time, a year's time, 2 years' time, pick a card readings are always, they are timeless. They are here when you need them. So let us find out about your part in this brave new world. Beautiful souls, I will see you in just a moment. Pile one, welcome to your reading. You have bearing fruit and you also have the carnelian, which is a very, very interesting combination. Carnelian is about perseverance. It gives you the energy to get to the finish line. And bearing fruit is, of course, something that will bear fruit. Let's draw your oracle cards and check in and see what we have for you. Okay, I'm actually seeing this one and also this one. Got some beautiful cards that we are using today for you. So this one, and it's actually this one here. Really stunning cards, stunning energy for you. I am seeing this one. I thought there were two. Lovely. Two are there. Fantastic. And I'm also going to draw, these are beautiful cards. These are Rumi cards. And I'm going to draw both an image, but also some poetry from Rumi as well. A lovely pack of cards where we get kind of both. We get writings and we get also. Let's go with both. They're coming through for you. I thought to myself we will just do one of each, but actually for you, you have two sets of poetry. I wonder if that is because it's an indication of how much fruit bearing is going to be going on in your world. So let's take a look at your oracle cards. You have dance as your first card. How beautiful. You have treasure and devotion. Okay, I'm going to read these. Treasure. O pilgrims on your way to Hajj, where are you going? Your beloved is here. Come back, come back. Did you know your suffering is your treasure? Alas, you are the veil covering your treasure. And then we have devotion. Not a moment goes by that you cease to be in my heart. Amongst all the flowers I only breathe your fragrance. Your light is hidden, but it has set this worldly garment on fire. I stand drinking the cool water you have given me and watch my world burn. Wow. Okay, that's pretty cool. Let's just see what your oracle cards are showing us. The rest of your cards. You have old crane woman, guardian of the threshold. Then you have pilgrim or pilgrimage. Okay. Oh my goodness me, talk about beginning a new and amazing journey into a new world. 31st path, judgment, aeon, fortitude, renewal, truths revealed. This looks like the phoenix rising from the ashes. We have Hod, splendor, determination, communication, initiative, which really tunes into the bearing fruit card here as well. Let me move your cards along and see if I can move everything, and to the energy of carnelian as well. Then we have milk thistle, peaceful warrior. Oh, yes. Palo Santo, guardian. And you have old crane woman, guardian of the threshold. This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. Okay. Let me see. I'm just going to rearrange your cards a little bit, my beautiful souls. I feel I want to sort of bring everything in a little bit. Bear with me. There we are. Now this feels perfect for me. Somehow it's balanced. And there's a little space here for some rune cards as well. So let's draw those as well. And then I'm going to dive into your reading. We have Kano, the rune of openings. This does not surprise me. We have the owl and we have a book opened here. I mean, this is, I kind of almost want to say this is why you're here. And we have, oh, look at this, Fehu. This is a rune ultimately that kind of signifies abundance. It's about possessions, it's about nourishment, it's about ambitions, things coming to you in a good way. And this is actually what your reading is ultimately, I think, about. It really is indicating that, like a phoenix rising from the ashes, I see your part in a brave new world as being able to understand and actually know how to manifest, and I want to get more specific than that. It's like crossing a threshold whereby you are, I mean, to some extent, we are all, of course, all of us, all the time, or so science tells us. What we think is what we create. But a lot of the time our thoughts run wild. Our thoughts are trundling along in the background. It's like we have an internal dialogue or a playlist going on in the background. And very often we're not necessarily particularly conscious of it. I am seeing you becoming conscious of this within yourself. And then I am seeing you sharing it, somehow sharing this in the world, removing judgment. There's something in your world where you are able to cross over a threshold, and it's like demonstrating how to live through love. And it means you get how to manifest. You literally can manifest. But what is beautiful is I feel you're really humble in it. A peaceful warrior, I'm seeing whatever you do with your capacity to manifest. It's you bring love and light into this. You really know it. You know it through and through. I do see genuinely abundance coming to you. I see happiness coming to you. But that abundance may come in quite a simple form. For some it may come in a very big kind of, or it could come in a material way, but it would be of very little consequence to you. And whatever success comes to you, the real success is the purity of happiness. In a way, you could kind of literally manifest what you want, because I feel that's part of your path here. Treasure. Oh pilgrims on your way to Hajj, where are you going? Your beloved is here. Come back, come back. Did you know your suffering is your treasure? Alas, you are the veil covering your treasure. I feel you change this. You absolutely change this. You become devoted to the very essence of being alive, of living, being in relationship with all of life. And that's truly the very essence of manifestation in its higher and highest vibration, where you can be connected with we could call it the hidden realms. I'm going to call it the non-ordinary world. You can be fully grounded in the ordinary world, whilst also being absolutely connected to the non-ordinary world, and hold that energy, hold that connection in many ways. I believe it is my own belief, my own connection to this kind of awareness, that we knew how to live like this a long time ago. Our ancestors knew how to live in alignment with source, with spirit, with the land, with all of life, to live in harmony. And then kind of humanity, dropped off the edge of the spiritual plane for a while, for quite a long while, and became very embedded in human ways, very entrenched in kind of what I would call lower vibrational living. And actually part of the big shift into our brave new world is that we go back to living in alignment, in absolute relationship with source, with source energy, with the universe. And I'm really seeing this happening for you. I'm seeing you literally rise. It's like an ascension. I suspect you are already on that pathway. You may find that you have experienced, in fact, I have absolutely no doubt that you will have experienced a degree of challenge in manifestation. But a lot of it has been almost giving you, I think, experiences so that you could learn, or almost like learning what it means to be fully embedded in, I almost want to call it human tragedy. The tragedy of being disconnected. I'm not suggesting you have been disconnected. I think you've always had a sense of this dance. But you might be somebody who has had a greater connection with nature than with other human beings. You might have found the natural world more inviting, more welcoming on occasions. And what I see here is you have almost had to live in a way that embedded you into the human experience, but often on the end of the human experience of stuff that was of that lower vibration, and also as if you have been tested to hold the light from deep within you, to be able to still maintain your commitment, your dedication, even when it felt as though your light was hidden. This is a full reconnection with who you are and why you came here. And actually then embodying this in a way that means you literally, you live this. In a way, manifestation on the physical plane, I kind of almost want to say, becomes irrelevant, because if you desire it, you can manifest it, you can master that. And actually the truth is of being happy. The truth is of knowing yourself through and through, and of knowing yourself in alignment with source, with spirit, with the universe. And this, I think, is your part in this brave new world. But let us get tarot cards and see, because we've only got your oracle cards here. Let's look at your tarot cards and kind of see how this is unfolding for you. May we please ask how this is unfolding for my beautiful pile one. We'll look at this. You have the Empress, a card of fertility, of abundance, and you have the High Priestess. I mean, in a way, that kind of speaks volumes, I feel, already. Absolutely volumes. The High Priestess is our connection with source, with spirit. The Empress is the energy of the earthly plane. This is the marriage of both. This is your part to play. It is the marriage of both. We then have the Hierophant, which is incredible. Absolutely incredible cards to validate what I feel is coming through. Because the Hierophant is, it's guided. It's a sacred union. Sometimes it can indicate marriage. I'm going to ask a bit more about that in a moment, because I might get some indications around what might actually then, what might you choose to manifest, although that's kind of down to you. It's up to you. I sort of feel you're going to be able to. Yeah, choices. We have the Seven of Pentacles. But I feel your union with the divine, but it's not the divine as a separate thing. It's the divine is you. You are the divine. Just as we are each the Fool, we are each, we are each source energy. And this is totally, these three cards are absolutely blowing me away. I mean, this is the embodiment of everything that you truly are, both on an earthly plane and spiritually, the very essence of you. And this is a marriage of a union of exactly these things, and it opens up your choices. The Seven of Pentacles, what choices will you make? How will you choose to then manifest here on the earthly plane? What kind of life are you going to manifest for yourself? Some of you may go off on a bit of a pilgrimage. You may get your feet firmly on the ground. Peaceful warrior, some of you may decide to take on a cause. You certainly will be guarded and protected. Palo Santo. Palo Santo is a beautiful, beautiful wood. It's literally translates as holy wood. It comes from trees that are certainly, when the Palo Santo that I use, I burn it as a herb. And when I burn that wood, I mean, the energy is incredible. It's like sage, but even more powerful almost. It's got a slightly different energy. I mean, they're both incredible. But I do feel with Palo Santo Guardian, it's holy wood. It's also sustainably sourced largely. I think it's quite difficult to buy Palo Santo that isn't sustainably sourced. So it kind of models something of how we can live, how we can be, how we can manifest on the 3D plane of being human. Wow, this is quite amazing. This is your part, I think, very clearly in the Brave New World. And we have the Strength card, which is really interesting because I think it shows back to endurance, which is what this card says here. Do you know? Your suffering is your treasure. Carnelian is about endurance. Carnelian gets you to the finish line. So I think in many ways, not only do you find through this connection your real source of strength, but I think you possibly demonstrate it to others as well. Let's draw from another pack. Let's draw from the Akashic Tarot and just ask how this might unfold. Your message is ever so clear, but could we get additional guidance? How does this unfold for my pile ones? I'm seeing this and this. I'm actually seeing these two. And the one on the base of the pack. Okay, we have, whoops, move your cards back. I feel like everything will fall into place for you. We have the Queen of Roses. I mean, this is the embodiment of love. This really, really is the embodiment of love. It really is. Now, how many cards have we got here? Make sure I spread them out appropriately. So we have the Queen of Roses. We have the Winged Messenger. How interesting. You see, I do think determination, communication, initiative. I think some of you may well become teachers, communicators, bringing forth the message of love, of how to live in this way, bringing forth the message of loving elementals here. This is earth energy. Some of you could become, in fact, I feel like all of you will become warriors. You'll embody what it means to be a peaceful warrior, a warrior who lives through love, who transforms through love. And I think you'll teach people to do exactly this. We have loving elements, and then we have spring autumn, which really connects me back to nature again. And we also have the bird's nest. I do feel that for some of you, you may find that your career pathway takes a significant turn in a new direction. I think your capacity to embody what it means to be both human and to know you are made of the stuff of stars simultaneously, I think it will change your career pathway. Some of you could end up working with the land, with nature, teaching, speaking, helping people to overcome challenges. Literally, for some of you could even work with dance, with dance, with movement. The body keeps the score. I mean, it's where a lot of emotional trauma and difficulty sits within our bodies. We make sure that camera is focusing for you. That should be better. But yeah, I think that your career pathway may well take a whole new direction. You could be leading people, taking retreats, taking people walking therapies, walking on the land, visiting sacred sites, teaching people to dance. However we look at it, you cross a threshold whereby, because of this profound connection within you, I think you, indeed some of you may already be starting on this pathway. You will be supported. This is a big turning point with the guardian energy here. As you step through the threshold of the old ways of being to the new ways of being, I think you're a leader in that in some way, simply through the fact that you embody it. But I do think this could well take you in a new direction. I think this could literally open doorways to you with the bird's nest and with Fehu, the rune of nourishment, of possessions, of abundance in many ways. I do actually suspect you will end up earning your living in a way that is connected to the embodiment of source of spirit, and like literally knowing that you have one foot in both worlds, just because that ultimately is who we are. It also does take me back to the ancient knowledge and wisdom of our ancestors, who I think knew this. Certainly in my own shamanic journeys, this is what I'm shown, that our ancestors knew and understood our connection with all of life, with the earth, with the stars, with the universe. Some of you could study astrology. However we look at it, this is you, I think, moving into this space of true knowing through the very being of you. And I do think it will affect the way in which you follow you earn your living in the material 3D world. I think it will give you a change of direction. And in some way that will be embodied in the very essence of how you navigate your world in the future, what you create for yourselves. Wow, has significantly blown me away. I can't believe the way these cards came through. Empress, High Priestess, Hierophant. I mean, wow. And then the Strength card. Dearest souls, if you are in any way at this moment in time wondering if things that you are trying to navigate are ever going to come to fruit, then this reading is here to assure you that you will make this transition. You will navigate to a point where you can bring in abundance, but also in this particular way, in a way that you are also embodying your true calling spiritually, the very embodiment of manifestation. It will honestly become easy for you, whatever challenges you may face. Carnelian really is about getting to the finish line. It does suggest there is an energy where, perhaps right now, especially with the Strength card, you may be feeling like you're having to push through. I mean, we have here, determination. But beautiful souls, everything you are going through will become relevant to you and relevant to your learning and your ability to fully understand what I would call the human experience alongside that of a fully embodied spiritual. It's not even a spiritual existence. It's the spiritual truth of who you are. Pile 1, wow, this is your reading. Gosh, I'm fascinated to see what other readings, what comes through in the other piles. Beautiful souls, truly honoured to be connecting with you. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to subscribe, press the little bell icon so that you never miss a reading as soon as I upload it. I will be, at the time of doing this reading, I'll be uploading my all zodiac sign readings. I will be putting them on the main channel at the time of this reading. If you're coming to this in a year's time, ignore this bit. But if you are watching this as I've uploaded it, I will be uploading the all zodiac sign readings on this channel. But very soon I'm starting a new channel for the all zodiac sign readings, just to keep them sort of separate. And I will just keep pick a card readings and my daily readings, the shorts that I do as well, Archangel Michael shorts and angel shorts, lots of those. I'll be doing those just on this channel. Well, along with, potentially a live event as well where we read together. I'm looking at doing that too. So beautiful souls, tons of love. I look forward to seeing you again really, really soon for some readings. And wow, I don't think I can say any more than wow. Tons of love, Pile 1. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. Let's find out about your part in a brave new world, in the brave new world. There's a beautiful gentleness around this card, great and full, and the rose quartz. I mean, this is a lovely energy. It's very interesting. It kind of speaks of you kind of surrendering to love, to knowing that you are good enough, to know that you will always be looked after, you will always be gifted whatever you need. Let's find out what your cards are saying. I wonder if you are to be truly blessed, or you are to really know it as well, really feel it, really be gifted. I'm seeing this card here. Let me find out what is happening. What is your part to play in the brave new world that we are in, that we are discovering? Do you know, I don't know if you can hear that, but suddenly it has just started to rain. But it's coming in a particular direction. You know when you can see that rain is coming in on a slant, on an angle, in a particular direction. It's coming in so that it can come in under the eaves and kind of hit my window. It feels very beautiful. So I'm kind of curious as to how the way that's just happened, literally in your reading. Yeah, it's very beautiful. The sound of it is phenomenal. It's captivating. Absolutely captivating. Mesmerizing is the word. It's mesmerizing. Let's look at your cards. What have we got? Okay, we have Kaliak, protector of the wild. We have Bridge, the place between the worlds. We have Path, 17th path of the lovers, human choices, intelligence. We have 1, Kether the crown, source point, attainment. Ooh, this is quite phenomenal. We have ayahuasca, rebirth. Oh, we have Palo Santo. Palo Santo came out in the first, in pile 1. If you were drawn to pile 1, there may well be a message for you. We also have the source, and we have laughter. Okay, let me read this. I was already born with a good sense of humour, but love has taught me to laugh in a different way. Now, like dawn, eager to embrace darkness, I laugh. Like a shell about to reveal its pearl. If you break me, I laugh. If you really know death, then learn from your teacher. Like death, laugh at the bubble of riches and fame. Laugh at this and also at that. Great and full. This is a card of gratitude, actually, in its purity, in its purest form. That's what this is, a card of gratitude. Literally living in the now, living in a space of true abundance in terms of the now. Okay, let's tune in. I'm just going to get some rune cards for you as well. And then we will tune into your reading before we draw your tarot cards. We have Othilla, the rune of separation. And we see a hermit crab here. Hermits are very adaptable. They can move up sticks and move from one home to another. In fact, this is really interesting because if they outgrow their shell, they just go find a new one. You know, that's the deal, really. They just go find a new one. You also have the rune of joy, Wunje. How magnificent. This is delightful. This is happiness. This is heaven. This is laughter. Okay. Before I talk about your part in a brave new world, what I do need to say is that I believe you find happiness. For some of you, it is in love. If a relationship that really aligns with you, really leaves you feeling full to the brim, has evaded you, if you haven't yet met that person, or you're in a relationship, the whole together you rise. This is rebirth. There will be either a brand new start in a relationship, existing a relationship, or indeed your relationships across the board, or indeed I think there will be a new relationship. I just have to voice this as a sort of an aside message. I'm guessing that you have work to do together, looking at your reading. Protector of the wild, the place between the worlds, the bridge, humour, laughter, choices, intelligence. The crown, I'm seeing sovereignty here. And this is water energy. Okay. Crabs, of course, also can live both on the land and in the water. And we have rebirth here. Protector of the wild. I think part of your part, or connected to your part in a brave new world, is a connection with someone. Someone who assists you in rising. Someone who assists you in becoming the biggest, best, most amazing version of you. Someone who assists you in following your calling. Someone who's really, really got your back. Someone who brings you joy, someone who brings you laughter, helps you to laugh at everything. So, lovely souls, let us continue. Kether the crown, sovereignty, leadership. It's very interesting because this is quite individual. Kaliak, protector of the wild. She literally made sure that people never took more than they should, and that things were kept in balance. We have a card of gratitude. Rose quartz speaks of love. The lovers speaks of love, choices. Aside from there being some element of conscious relationship that is a part of your part to play, I think because it backs you up, it enables you to fulfill your fullest potential. And perhaps there is work to do in that way together. But I also feel that you do have a part to play that is some kind of a protector of something. You could be a protector of equality. You could be a protector of equality of the land. You could be a protector of equality of relationships, a guardian of those who are not okay, who you could work with people who are homeless. You could, but there is something about equality coming through here really, really strongly. And somehow you have a connection with someone who supports you in that. I think you embody equality in this connection, whether it is business, friendship, a lover, a partner, however it is. This is somebody whereby you can fulfill your pathway, be a totally unique, autonomous individual with recognition of your free will and conscious choice, whilst also being absolutely interconnected as well. So equality is just coming through here so much. Let's get some more cards for you. I'm going to draw from the Akashic Tarot for you first. What are we shown here for pile two's part to play? We have the Queen of Keys. Now this is interesting because this shows someone who is waiting for someone. This is often what we see in this card. We have the scroll, the scribe rather, the scroll, the scribe. I'm seeing all of these. Also, the one on the top of the pack is kind of singing for me, so I'll take that too. We have Archangel Raphael. We have the Three of Forces. Now, this came out in pile one, so if you were drawn to pile one, you may find that there is a message for you. We have Balance. Again, this is about equality. How interesting it sits under the scribe, and then we have Reflection. But we see the moon. Okay. And this is a beautiful moon, a beautiful moonlit night. Okay, so how is your story unfolding here as we enter this brave new world? If you are single, I think that at some point someone is coming in. You may be I feel like you're waiting for something, and Ketha, the crown, also indicates waiting for something. Waiting for something to emerge. Now, for some of you, this is your calling, your direction, your working world. For others, it is love. We have the Lovers. This is a card of gratitude, of living as if you have what you desire already. As we move into the unfolding of a new world, of a very brave new world, I think you actually do have a significant contribution to make. It could be to, as I said, it could be to the equality of the natural world. It could be to equality or to justice. You could be fighting or protecting someone or something or a cause or something. I think your path will be illuminated. You may, if you have an inkling of what this is about, if you kind of feel like you've had a yearning to do a particular thing, but you're not there yet, I think it will unfold. You'll be shown with reflection, with the card of reflection, the way will be shown for you. And the right people. You see, Archangel Raphael, this card often indicates Archangel Raphael's energy coming in, but in the form of a human being. So back to somebody coming in to assist you, the right person at the right time. I do think you may reach a point where you relocate with Othilla, because this is the severing of ties, sometimes to real property. So I think you may relocate as we move into this brave new world. If you relocate, it may be because you're called, literally, you're called to be somewhere else. You are needed somewhere to fight for inequality, to look after people in a particular location. But there is definitely the potential for moving. Some of you could be building eco houses, because this connects to housing, to possessions, to to real estate, literally. You could have a dream about owning land, building an eco house, in which case that may be part of your part in a brave new world, to show that we can live differently. But I am seeing that there is, for you, I feel there is a bigger calling. Even if you were drawn to meet the love of your life, or you're with the love of your life, and you've always wanted together to build an eco house, or you have a friendship group and you've always wanted to get together and build like a little eco village or something. I'm just coming up with examples, but I feel that it would then become a model for others, or it would be a model of a house or housing or a village or whatever it would be, that could be taken and built elsewhere. I feel like it's bigger than just what comes to you. I'm really seeing you. There is this idea or this vision can be taken further. It can build. You can build on something with grace. There's a power point here. Now, laughter. This is coming back to me now. Just to reread this. Look, I was already born with a good sense of humour, but love has taught me to laugh in a different way. Now, like dawn, eager to embrace darkness, I laugh. Like a shell about to reveal its pearl. We have the shell here. If you break me, I laugh. If you really know death, then learn from your teacher. Like death, laugh at the bubble of riches and fame. Laugh at this and also at that. I sort of feel that you will possibly, I'm going to say possibly, I sort of feel that your greatness isn't there yet. And I don't mean that in a negative. I feel that you know that there is something for you to do, but you don't yet know how to do it. You may not be clear about what it is, but you don't know how to do it. You have an idea, a dream, or indeed you really just feel it, but you don't yet know what it is. The right people will come at the right time, and I do think you will be aided by someone specific, however they come into your life. I do think we are seeing a radical change of circumstances here. We have rebirth, we have Othilla. Let's draw tarot cards. Maybe ask for more information about this radical change of circumstances. But it is something you've been waiting for. It's something that you have thought about. Something that you desire. May I ask, please, what is this radical change of circumstances? Well, you have the Fool card. You couldn't have a bigger new. It is the card of indicating the newness. The one on the base of the pack wishes to come through, and you have the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, you are going to experience a radical change of circumstances. Okay, you may even be finding that is happening around you already. We have the King of Wands. However, this change of circumstances is coming, it's empowering you to step up. It's the change of circumstances, and I'm not seeing it as a negative. This is like, let's go for it. This is the Fool, that itch, that yearning, that, I really can't stay as I am anymore. I've really got to expand. I've got to move. Gosh, some of you really could, it may be moving to another area that you then meet this person and you get a new job. You start to work with some kind of an area. There's something that you have been waiting for. And it's about to unfold. This is part of the journey as we enter the new. We have the Six of Swords, which is a card of moving on and leaving something behind. And we also have the Five of Cups, which is another card of leaving something behind. Okay, so every indication here says, it's interesting how your reading started with this connection with someone coming in to assist you to become the biggest, best version of you, to follow your calling, to step up into some kind of a greatness, some kind of a something where you do something significant, you make a significant contribution. It's not coming in the shape of your current world. Something is going to radically change that will bring that about. That's what I'm seeing. Let's get as much information as we can. Let's follow this through. Could we have additional guidance for pile 2? What is then coming, or how does this, I can see we've got this happening, but can we ask, I don't know, we could ask how, or let's see, let's ask how, and can we see how it follows through, please? Because we do have laughing at things which, suggests that maybe you are needing to know you are good enough, to know that you will always be provided for. So you could be feeling like there's some uncertainty going on around you. Okay, whatever this is, there could be some uncertainty going on around you. What we then have in terms of how this unfolds is we have the Four of Cups and we have the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. Something comes along to launch you out of a space. I hate to say this. Well, I don't hate to say it. I'm just going to, it's not a negative really. But I feel like something takes you out of your comfort zone or launches you out of a sense of safety. However, at the same time, it's absolutely arriving with purpose. We have the Five of Swords. So this is coming to cause you to move forwards. The King of Swords, you'll have to take decisive action because of something. But look at this, we have the Knight of Cups and the Judgment card. So what this is showing us, it's really interesting. I feel like I'm being shown less of your part in a brave new world and more of what is going to happen to launch you into your part in a brave new world. Well, certainly that's this part of your reading. That's really what I feel I'm seeing. Something is coming through an upheaval or a new beginning or a radical change of circumstances or a move. You may move to a new area. Many of you may move to a new area. And whether that move comes joyously because it's what you want, or because circumstances have changed and you feel you have to. Either way, we see a massive shift and change, almost certainly of location, I feel, for you. But I also feel that circumstances do create a situation where you can't stay as you are. And you just know it, through and through and through, you know it. You can't wait for something any longer. You can't sit and remain as you are. It would be boring, it would be not okay, it would be, or indeed, as I said, circumstances have shifted, so you have to move forwards. But this means that you take very clear, decisive action. And the moment you take that decisive action, everything sort of shifts forwards. I think that's when you discover your calling. That's when you discover your purpose with the Judgment card. I don't think we're being shown it now, curiously enough, because I sort of feel like this has to happen first. That's what we're being shown here. I mean, I will draw some more cards just to ask if we can have any idea, but I kind of get the impression that you don't get to see this bit till this has happened. You can't know what your calling is or what your purpose, your part in this brave new world fully is, although I did feel we saw a lot in your initial cards. But to do with equality, to do with connection, to do with relationship. But you get to it through a move. You get to it through a radical change in circumstances where you literally do move to somewhere else. I suspect many of you moving location or moving job. Back to right at the start with Othilla, if you've outgrown, if this crab this hermit crab outgrows the shell. He just moves to another one. You've outgrown a situation and you cannot remain there. This is the message that's coming through. Either you're going to take a leap and just do something radically different, or the universe will create circumstances that mean you actually have to. However this arrives, the moment this transforms, your direction, your purpose will become very, very clear to you. And I believe your purpose connects to, ultimately, perhaps it's ultimately to do with equality, to do with, and for some that's being in a relationship, for others it's a relationship where you are like a power couple, you actually can make a difference in the world. For others it's your cup fills up. There's sort of an eco-warrior energy, a connection to, but that could also be connecting to where you move to. But yeah, there's the realness of the purpose for you will become clear. Somebody, the right people, will come in and back you 100% as well in fulfilling that purpose. I guess for some, the essence of it could be about finding somebody with whom you can live in a truly equal partnership. But however we look at it, the right people at the right time. And that's when you really will understand your part in this brave new world. But it could, for some of you, literally be the relationship. That could be your part, the demonstration of this. To show it's possible to live consciously in a relationship, to really manifest a conscious partnership, to have it, to have and to hold, literally, but without the sort of the historical attachments that challenge relationships and cause them to become a problem, and cause them to hold lower vibrational energy rather than higher vibrational energy. This is fascinating. Let's draw some cards and just get a little sneaky peek into the future for you. I think I'll use the Akashic Tarot again. Gosh, it's really interesting. I almost leapt into action. As I put this pack down, the card on the top just slid. I'm just going to bring it into the reading. Right, okay, we have the Seven of Wands. Because it kind of slid across, this is a card of competitiveness, potentially. But I mean, look at this figure kind of really having to hold his own. I think that this is, again, part of being in a conscious relationship where you don't have to hold your own. You don't have to defend who you are. You can be supported in being who you are. Let's just get a sneaky peek into the future. Okay, we have the Six of Roses in reverse. We have the lightning bolt. May we ask for a sneaky peek into the future, please? We have the Five of Roses, the Garden, and I'll take both these. We have the Eight of Keys, the Master Artisan, and the King of Keys. Okay, let's run these across. The way this came out in reverse, I think, is really, really interesting because it kind of suggests, again, this is a connection of equality. You don't have to fight over things. There's no battle involved in this. The battling of something is over. I'm seeing you becoming very conscious in your... Mindful is coming through. Conscious and mindful in the way that you... in the way that you are very present to life. Something changes here that is radically different in terms of your presence. If you suddenly find you're in a really high-powered job and it ends, don't panic. It's taking you in absolutely the right direction, because you'll find some work that is so much more relaxed, that allows you to be focused but relaxed at the same time. The lightning bolt. I think this will unfold, the lightning bolt in reverse. Even though circumstances, I think, are going to change for you, that's not surprising as we enter a brave new world. I think that they will change gradually. I don't think it's radical, interestingly enough. I think there is an essence of new beginnings, but I do feel something will... it will unfold, and you will, when you do move or shift or change, that's when you will absolutely know what you want to do and what your calling is. But part of this is about becoming very present and really embodying what it means to be present, and to love every moment of your world. With the King of Keys, this is sometimes indicates again a business partnership, but I feel this is about your calling here with the Judgment card. I do think there is a bigger role for you to play, and especially with the Master Artisan as well. But there's a process to go to before you get there. That's what I feel. Somehow something else has to be left behind. But pile 2, I think the right people, the right person is coming in at the right time to support you. Indeed, it could be a connection with someone perhaps even overseas or living in a different area that instigates this shift and this unfolding that takes you into a new direction. This is fascinating, asking about your part in a brave new world, equality, relationship, love, but also we're being shown far more the journey to get there, and than the actual sort of fundamental outcome. I'm finding this really, really interesting, but I hope this is helpful to you, pile 2. I feel this is your reading. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Don't forget to press the little bell icon, subscribe if you want to never miss a reading. Truly, it's such an honour to read for you all at such an extraordinary time. Beautiful souls, if you are watching this as I upload it, if you're not, you might want to disregard this bit. But if you are, I'm about to upload my all zodiac sign readings for the next month, for the coming month. I'm uploading this at the end of January, so we're coming into February. So do watch out for those. I will be putting them on this channel, but I will soon be setting up a new channel, and I'm going to put my all zodiac sign readings on a different channel. So this channel here will be focused on my pick a card readings, and also my daily shorts, my Archangel Michael readings, my angel readings, so that it sort of makes it a little bit easier to navigate the channel. So watch this space. I'm also looking to do some live readings where we read together, actually, like a kind of a tutorial. It's connected to the tarot course I'm building, some of the methods that I use there, which is, I do read in collaboration with my students. So it's a really interesting thing to do, and we've talked about it. It would be great fun to do that, especially in a year of evolution, to have some live events where you rock up with your cards and I rock up with mine, and we read together. So let's hold this space if that appeals to you. Watch this space. I've got a ton of stuff to do, so I will do stuff as I am able to, but watch this space, and keep an eye on your email list if you're interested in the various things that I do. Add yourself to my email list, and make sure you subscribe and like if you want to make sure, or press the little bell icon if you want to make sure you never miss any announcements here as well. Beautiful souls, tons and tons and tons and tons of love. See you really soon. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. Let's find out about your part in this brave new world that we are moving into. I am seeing this, and actually you're the first pile to have 3 from this pack. Let's go with it. It often seems to happen. Pile 3, you need 3. Okay, let's see what we are shown, and this one. Okay. And we also have this one, and actually I'm seeing that one for you. Now we also have beautiful Rumi cards. These are your oracle cards. You have Celebration. Oh, this is rather heavenly. Look at that, my beautiful pile 3, a card of celebration. And I'm seeing 2 from this pack. Okay, so these are lovely cards because they're Rumi cards, and we get to have a look at a beautiful image. We also have the poems. In your case, we have 2 poems. So let's see what we have. Let's unfold your cards. So you have Celebration, and you have the card of Quest. They said, "We have already searched. It cannot be found." The old man bellowed, "That which cannot be found, that is what I'm looking for." Show me your face. I am searching for the garden of paradise. Whisper in my ear. Your sweet words are the remedy for all the world's bitterness. Okay, the divine matrix. This is cool. Ripening. The simorg of my heart is longing to fly again. The cauldron that stirred all my childish notions has finished simmering. All you see inside is eternal love. I am ready now. Wow, pile 3, I'm getting goosebumps. I really, really am getting goosebumps. Wow. Let's look at the rest of your oracle cards. Oh my goodness me. Old crane woman, guardian of the threshold. Okay, this is phenomenal. Oh, you have Mish. Divine madness. I will talk about this card. And island. I'm hearing no man is an island. Boundedness and isolation. Okay, my lovely souls. We then have path, the tower. This is the 27th path, rather. The tower, courage, faith, fighting spirit. We have motherwort, strength. Beautiful. And blue lotus, intuition. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness me. Right, your part in a brave new world. Goodness me, you are so going to be rising. I'm really hearing a connection to the divine feminine. This is non-gender specific. This is the divine feminine, whether this is in you, regardless of how you identify. We all have the divine feminine and the divine masculine within us, but this is a connection to the divine feminine. This is, I'm going to say, this is an end to being targeted. I think you've been targeted in your life directly and indirectly, behind your back, to your face. I think on occasions you have been outcast or have got, I'm really getting goosebumps. I'm so sorry you've had these experiences, but oh my goodness me, there is so much purpose to this. Courage, faith, fighting spirit. You have had to pick yourself up on more than one occasion. And really, this is, your reading is saying everything is possible now. You are moving into a space where I think you are different. And I don't mean that negatively. I mean it in the most positive and amazing way. I think you are somebody who has probably felt compelled to be yourself, lived your world through a different, you see life through a different lens. You are certainly not a sheep. You certainly don't bow down easily. Even if you have to, you certainly don't inside of yourself. I think you have been literally, if this is not resonating with you, this may not be the right reading for you. But this is like, it's been like a quest, a mission to, I mean, there's something in you, you are compelled not to comply to something that isn't okay. And it has been a real tough call. Your intuition is phenomenal. The divine feminine that sits within you has always been there. But it has really taken every ounce of your courage and faith on occasion to pick yourself up. I think you have experienced many different challenges through your lives. Black obsidian is a very powerful energy, actually. But this is almost as though the divine matrix, as we enter a new world, it's almost as though this is now the culmination, the ripening of, I don't, do you know what's coming to mind? I'll voice it. I don't mean this in an ego way, but a moment of what I would call told you so. And I don't mean that negatively. I don't mean you going around going, no, 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 told you so in a childish, ego-y way. But through the demonstration of your world, people who have put you down are going to see you rise. That is what I'm seeing. Absolutely, with Mish, the divine madness. This is someone who has been really targeted, outcast, island, boundedness and isolation. I think you have really experienced what it means to be different, what it means to have to try and stay on a unique pathway, to know that you have the right to hold your intuition, to stay with it. I absolutely, I mean, look at the way this lion just nestles into this figure, to motherwort, the birthing here of your heart. Look at these crystals. Wow, with Venus, these look like rose quartz crystals here. Ah, this is the time that when you come into your own, because actually, in many ways, this brave new world, you've already been living in that vibration. The problem is, and it's not a problem, it's cool that you have been, but it has been a problem because you've been targeted, because you have not fitted in this. You entered the brave new world the moment you arrived here, the moment you were born. You were in the brave new world, and you did not fit. And it, like I could say, it's a square peg in a round hole, but it's more than just that. You have not fitted. And it's been really obvious, and people have really, as I said, you've been targeted. I will stop repeating it, but you know, you're getting the gist of this. Now, the divine matrix, it is now your time. You've always been on a quest in many ways, where people have said, that's not possible, and you've thought, well, why isn't it? You know, why can't you can't do that? Well, why not? Why can't I do that? Or why can't so-and-so do that? Why? You know, you're probably somebody who says, why? Why? You know, it's like, you know, the Wright brothers, you know, we can get an aeroplane to fly. Oh, you can't do that. Well, why? Why not? You've got that spark, that innovation. This is the threshold as we move. This has come out in more than one of the piles today, which I think is really interesting, as we are on the threshold of a brave new world. But you're already a part of the brave new world. It's just that you got there a long time ago. That's what I'm seeing here, and I love it. I love your energy, and you know, I'm so sorry you've been through what you've been through, but really, I get it, okay? I really get it. You've always been on a quest. You've always been on a mission. It's like artists who are persecuted, you know, and they just they can't not write, or they can't not paint, or they can't not sing, or they can't not, because it's like, well, why? You're coming into your own because the energy of the brave new world is resonant as a space of possibility. And you've always been resonant with a space of possibility. And when I say told you so, it's like people will see. It's kind of like, oh, wow, everything's worked out for him, her, they. Yeah, and that is what's happening. You will come into your own in some way. But let's find out more about your story. How does this unfold? Let's draw some tarot cards. I'm going to draw from the Akashic Tarot first. May we please ask for information? We have the garden. Oh, this is making me think of the Garden of Eden. Look at how these children play. Yeah, this is a return to... it's like innocence, trust, faith, circumstances aligning, and people see it, I think. Seeing both of these, we have the King of Scrolls, and the Knight of Keys. Okay, now this would suggest to me that some of you may write about your experiences. You might have a novel to write. You may have, yeah, it could be a novel, it could be a book that connects to your own process of healing. But I do feel for some of you, yeah, there is definitely some writing involved in your part to play. Understanding, it could be understanding childhood trauma. Understanding what it means to be different, to be a child of the stars and know it, even though you don't fit. To be that person who is different. I think many of you will write. I think you have a part to play to bring something forward here. What else do we have here? The Buddha prepares. We have the Queen of Roses. Oh, look at that under the King of Scrolls. That's interesting. There's your card. And the Treasure. How interesting. Okay, so now the Buddha prepares is technically a card of waiting. It's not quite time yet, we're seeing. And that's probably because at the time of you coming to this reading, it isn't quite time yet, perhaps. But I also do see a different message in this card, which also is around your higher purpose, your calling, your spiritual calling, your connectedness. I think some of you will acquire a following. With the Queen of Roses sitting under the King of Scrolls, you may well work in partnership, but you may also be teaching people to love. You know, some of you could write romance novels, but romance novels that are not just idealized romance novels that are about spiritual emergence within relationship. Perhaps a part of your own story, celebration, ripening, whatever your niche, because you yourself are a niche, as we all are, but you know, you just know it and you've always been it, and it's you've had to stand up or be different because you just were compelled to. Yeah, whether you could write whatever you're calling, I think you could absolutely be able to portray and communicate about what that means, what it means to be in alignment with the new age. With the card of the Treasure, we see a room here that's been really ransacked. You know, here he is looking around him at, you know, he's been, you know, his world has been trashed actually, but the real treasure has not been touched. They've missed it. They've absolutely missed it. With the King of Keys, it could be that you write or communicate in such a way that shows people what they have been missing, or the missing. Some of you may even find some kind of, you may end up doing some research that shows the power of love, that shows the missing link, because you've understood it, because you've been there, you've been targeted for your beliefs, your ideas, your views, your understanding. But you know it, and therefore you bring a missing link, you bring a piece that is essential to assist humanity in returning to a place of love. You know, science and spirituality are meeting. You know, they have been for a while. Quantum physics, absolutely. Quantum science really connects with spirituality. There's some phenomenal research going on into channeling and our capacity to be interconnected with different dimensions, to understand the time and space continuum from a different lens. Some of you may well be working in these kinds of areas where you bring people, you bring this key information into the world that has always been there, but it has yet to be discovered, it has yet to be seen. I think you could be very innovative. But this is the time when your ideas, your thoughts, your dreams, perhaps products, inventions, they can now come to fruition. They can now ripen because the timing is right. The climate was never right before. Whenever you've tried to possibly speak about something or bring it forth, it might have just been poo-pooed or put down, a bit like, you know, an aeroplane will never fly kind of thing. But I think that you could be very, very innovative. You've always been there. You've always been on that vibration. Literally, I do think from the moment you were born. It's just that the rest of the world wasn't with you. It's like you've had to wait for the world to catch up with you. But wow, way to go. This is the dawning of the new age. This is a wonderful and thrilling time for you because you resonate with what this is about. But I do think you have been through a hell of a lot. I will absolutely say that. You've been through so much at a human level because you are you. And because you are different. But that difference is soon to be celebrated. And yeah, you will come into your own in some way. I'm loving your reading, pile 3, absolutely loving it. Let's draw more cards. Can we ask for any further guidance or information on how this pans out? But I mean, you really do have a part to play, but the part to play is just being you. And you've always been you, but it is different because you can be you in celebration instead of almost be you and, oh my gosh, put my head above the parapet again just by being me. You're not going to get shot down anymore. You might have to wait a short while, but yeah, you will gain a following, I believe. People will see you. And I do think many of you will bring some really key piece of information that will benefit or help people to make that leap, to really see the world differently. Yeah, we have Ten of Swords. My goodness me, you've been stabbed in the back on occasions. That's absolutely for sure. But this is suggesting that it's over. How heavenly is that? Ooh. Okay, now we have a card here that I didn't even know was in this pack, but I'm just going to bring it out because it's one of those random cards that you get in packs. It says, when we see in the symbology of tarot, what we see in the symbology of tarot derives in large measure from our own intuition and, once revealed, reflects back upon each of us to further enrich our lives. So this is just a message that comes with this tarot pack. Very beautiful with this candle. But you see, I think this is relevant. Let me just read this as if this is you. This is you lighting the way. Can you see this? What we see in the symbology of the tarot, what we see in someone derives in large measure from our own intuition, and you have the card of intuition here, and once revealed reflects back upon each of us to further enrich our lives. You see, I think you will enrich people's lives. In a way, you will be mirroring what people can be. You will be mirroring a new way of seeing or doing or being in the way that you always have. In some ways, on some level, the reason you've been targeted is because you remind people of who they really are. It's just that they haven't had the courage to, or indeed the climate wasn't right for them to sort of risk going there. And you may have attracted people who are really drawn to your light because a part of them is yearning to find that liberation that comes with the light. But at the same time, then they meet you and they see you and they want it all, but they'd have to, the leap would be too big for them. So yeah, I'm seeing you guiding people in some way, shape or form, just through the being of you. Being followed rather than targeted. Yeah, we have the Four of Swords, card of meditation. We have the Fool. Okay, lovely. There's our beginning. There's our turnaround. And we have the Lovers. Beautiful. Okay. So, my beautiful souls, I think in this instance, the Lovers is speaking about relationships generally. It could, for some of you, mean a conscious relationship, a relationship where you meet somebody who is also able to achieve a vibration that is similar to your own or a viewpoint similar to your own. And if that is the case, you may have been waiting for quite a long time. Indeed, I think you've waited a long time to find people who resonate with you. As I say, I see this as people generally, but it could be a lover, an intimate partner. But we have a new beginning. People will see you differently. People will see that aliveness in you, that innocence, that purity, that light. They'll see that you, in a way, when you take a risk by being unique and different. And people will see it in a different light. Instead of seeing it as a threat, they will want to follow. You'll find people will want to be loyal to you as opposed to the opposite, which is what I think you have experienced. This is mind-blowing. I think whatever your part in this brave new world, you are a piece, you are a missing link, or what you can bring is a missing link to enable people's perspectives to shift and change. I do think you will lead rather than, I don't think you've ever followed. It would never work for you unless it was someone who you really looked up to and admired and resonated with your own sort of energy. I think, gosh, you have been stabbed in the back. I think this may, what I'm seeing unfold here is also a sort of a timeline, my pile threes. As we enter this new age, there are things that need to sort of be wrapped up and concluded. Stay on course here. You know where you are. You know who you are. This will unfold, and that new beginning will come. The dawning of the new age will come. We are kind of entering that phase of very intense, a lot of polarity, very intense energy. Just hold your course, my beautiful souls. We are seeing that in guidance and advice and support of you. This will change, and the new dawn, as the new dawn comes, you are rising. And that is what I'm seeing in your reading, pile 3. I don't feel the need to draw any more cards. I'm pretty blown away, if I'm honest, seriously, really, by this. My beautiful souls, thank you for honouring the Moon Magic Tarot channel with your presence. It's wonderful to be connected with. I mean, we are all on this journey. It is onwards and upwards. It really is. We're all on that journey at different ages and stages. But it is truly, truly wonderful to be connected with you. Thank you for being here. Now, if you are watching this as I upload it, I will be, if you're watching this in 6 months or a year's time, ignore the next bit. But I'm about to upload the all zodiac sign readings for the coming month. And I will upload them on the main channel this time, but from henceforth I am going to set up a new channel just to put my all zodiac sign readings over there, so that it's easier to use the channel here to find the pick a card readings you're looking for, rather than going onto the main channel page and finding lots and lots and lots of all sign videos. You'll be able to find those on another channel. I'll keep you posted. So watch this space, but I will be uploading them here on this channel. It'll be the last time I do that. So beautiful souls, thank you for being here. Tons of love. I look forward to seeing you really, really soon for some other readings. And this is amazing. Stay on track, pile 3. You are going to seriously come into your own. Tons of love to you.